So I think the big question is, how do we learn to embrace joy and goodness when we've been wired to live in trauma? And this is the hardest part for any trauma survivor, is our brains have become so wired to anticipate the worst and prepare for a bad thing to happen that the good feels really uncomfortable. And the whole point in healing this is to be able to embrace the good. So how do we start that? Like, where does that start? And I did a video a few months ago on rewiring neural pathways. And I'm going to touch a little bit on that again here because it really is the key to all of this. That the different patterns and thoughts we have in our brain are there because we've gone down that path a lot of times. And so those thought processes, those patterns are familiar, and it's really easy for our brain to go down those, right? Like if you're hiking in the woods and there's a path that people have walked on, you're naturally going to go on that path. Our neural pathways in our brain are the exact same way. The key here is to build new neural pathways. Literally, put on your boots in your brain and hike through the woods, through the tall grass with the ticks, and figure out how we get to a place where we have a neural pathway that's wired to be able to embrace the good and the positive. And so that is a lot of in the moment work. So let's say something is happening and something is feeling safe, and your mind is going into self-sabotage where this person doesn't really love me, or this is going to go wrong. You got to stop yourself and you got to think, what if it doesn't go wrong? What if this person does love me? And I think there's a really good way to go about it. So first, identify, right? Like, I'm not good enough. I'm going to fail. This is going to end badly. This person's going to leave me. Identify the thought. And then write the feeling that comes under it. Am I feeling fear? Is it abandonment? Is it anger? Like, right, what's the fear? And then write the impulse. The impulse is to explode, send the text, do the thing that typically leads to a more destructive outcome. And then write the reality, because the reality is often far different than what our neural pathway is telling us it is, right? Our brain is saying, hike this trail, end up at this destination, this is how this ends. But as you're starting to hike down the trail, you don't necessarily know what the destination. And so grounding yourself in reality where this person has consistently shown up for me. This person has done a lot to put these anxieties at ease. Or I don't know that this situation is going to fail, but I'm going to try anyway. So it is taking those, and it feels stupid. It feels dumb. It's like, I don't need to write this down. I know this in my mind. But unless you're intentionally forging new neural pathways, your brain is going to default to what it knows. In order for those neural pathways to become something your brain accepts, in order for you to be able to embrace the joy in your life, in order for you to make those substantial changes, it's going to start with those in the moment realizations of like, oh wait, this is that pattern that doesn't serve me. Might you be on the same pathway? Maybe, right? Like maybe you're thinking this person isn't safe. Maybe they actually aren't safe. But I want you to come to that conclusion on your own, not because your brain finds that familiar. Hope that helps.